For our domain, we chose the name wkdom.ca, which was built under our DC1 VM. And we have connected each and every VM to our domain, which can be seen here. The X1 is connected to wkdom.ca, as well as our guest computer. And for each of the VMs, we used NAT, the NAT connection. To connect to the internet and to each other. And we also use unique LAN segments to connect to their designated pfSense VMs. For our DC, we use LAN segment 3 to connect to our pfSense 2, which also has LAN segment 3. And for our pfSense 1, we use LAN segment 1 and 2, which are our EX1 and our guest computer. Which is this. And for our DNS manager, we manually set up our Auto Discover and MX records for our Exchange server to make the mail functions working for our project. And we also set up a reverse lookup zone, while the rest were automatically configured by the system. We also configured the local Windows firewalls to allow connections between the computers within our domain. To show it here, we named our rule as Capstone rule. Allows any ports and protocols and ports, and allows the IPs from our guest and Exchange server in our DC. It should be the same as the other computers. Here. And here. And to test the connection, we're going to ping each machine. 32, which is our DC, and to ping our guest computer, which works. And for our guest computer, going to ping the DC. That works. Now for Exchange. And lastly, our DC. Ping our Exchange server and ping our guest computer, and it all works. We also configured a group policy for every VM within the domain to follow, which is we set the minimum password length to 8 characters, and we enable the complexity requirement for the password to be followed. And we also configured 5-minute lockdown duration after 3 invalid logon attempts, which lasts for 5 minutes. For our pfSense, we mostly focus on the snort package that is available for pfSense. We built custom rules that can monitor whenever a guest computer accesses a specific site we've configured in. And for our custom rules, we chose Facebook and Twitter and Instagram as the ones that are going to be monitored. And for our demonstration, I'm going to search Facebook here in our guest VM. And when it accesses it, under snort alerts, it shows that Facebook is being used by a guest computer. And another demonstration would be Twitter. And it should show under snort alerts again that Twitter is being accessed. And for the last demonstration, it would be Instagram. Under snort alerts, it's still giving the alerts that Instagram is being accessed. And for our second pfSense, which is this one, it still has the same configurations as the first one, which can be seen here. Under WAN rules and custom rules, we are still monitoring Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And as a quick demo, I'm going to search Facebook. And it's warning us that Facebook is being accessed under snort alerts. You can also access Twitter. And it's still giving us a warning that Twitter is being accessed. For our Microsoft Exchange mailboxes, we have the users here under mailbox, and we are going to be using Alex Jam and Andrew Shepard as our employees for the company. And again, we're going to use our guest computer VM. We're going to open Outlook, and with Alex Jam, we're going to use his password, and we're going to send an email to Andrew. There we go. And we're going to be sending it. As you can see, it has been sent. And now we're going to log in as Andrew Shepard. And as you can see, you received it.
Hello, for this part of the demonstration, I'll be showing you the web interface and the function of our project. So to start off, I'll be accessing our project site from the guest computer. Immediately when you enter the address, you will be prompted this login page. So there's a few functions here. We incorporated a cap lock. When I put a cap lock on, it will give you a warning that your caps lock is on. And if I don't enter anything and press enter, it will prompt you to enter username and the password. So I'll be attempting to log in now. So I intentionally put in a wrong password to show you that there's a validation on the password showing you that you have the wrong password. Please re-enter your password. So after I enter the right password, you will be getting into the main page. So here's our main page. It's very simple so far. I will be walking you through all the functions from left to right. So to start off, I will be going. Actually, I need to go do the register client first, or else we don't have a client to search for. So to start off, I'll enter a register a client using a form. So I just enter a name, enter date of birth, then gender, contacts. I'll just enter a number, and room number. I'll just input a room number, and the allergic. What is his condition? I'll go allergic to peanuts, and register. Okay, now let's use the search update function to see do we actually register him. Indeed, after I input his name, you can see that his information pops up on this search page. So now I'll be using the edit function to change his information in the database. So name doesn't change. Billy Bob. Date of birth, I mean, you might enter it wrong. It might be 62 from May 16th. Gender male. Contacts, I'll change it just because we can, and the room number will be staying the same. Allergicness, how about light sleeper? And then after you enter all the fields, you will be clicking on this update button, and you can see that it prompted a message saying data updated. Now let's check, did it actually update? Or just barely works, I think. Okay, so date of birth, we can see indeed changed. Contacts changed as well, and condition changed as well. Okay, so that is our two of the main functions. The inquiry page, I will briefly going through it. This is the function this is the notification function, which was not completed, and we have discussed that on the wrap-up meeting, so there's not really anything to show it here. And lastly, the function is this logout thing. It's just you press it and it will prompt you back to your page and start everything over again.